At a busy subway station in a big city, there was a beggar man. Every day, he sat by the entrance of the station, with an old hat placed in front of him to collect spare change from passing passengers. His life was a monotonous cycle of poverty, and he only knew how to beg from others, never considering the possibility of changing his destiny. One morning, as the bright sunlight cast a warm glow on the streets, he noticed a woman walking by. She was dressed very elegantly, in a sophisticated dress adorned with sparkling jewelry. Her bright eyes and radiant smile were irresistible to anyone who crossed her path. Feeling a flicker of hope, he decided to approach her and ask for a bit of money. If you liked the video, please comment one. If you don't like the video, please hit the like button to support us. The woman paused, looked at him, and said, "I see you sitting here every day. Why don't you try doing something different to change your life?" He was taken aback by her question. "I'm just a beggar. I have nothing else to do but ask for money." She smiled, but her expression was serious. "You know, life isn't just about receiving, it's also about giving. If you only receive and never give, you will always remain in this state." "What do you mean by that?" he asked, feeling confused. "You can start with small things," she explained. "Think about offering something to people instead of just living off them. If you can find something to give, you can build value for yourself." He was at a loss for words. Her words felt like a ray of light piercing through the darkness. "But I have nothing to give," he stammered. "Perhaps you need to change how you perceive yourself," she suggested. "Don't just see yourself as a beggar. You could be a provider, a giver, and from that, you can receive so much in return." With these thoughts swirling in his mind, he resolved that starting tomorrow, he would try to change. He pondered the girl's words for 2 days, and finally, an idea struck him. One morning, as he sat by the station, he noticed the dew glistening on the wildflowers along the roadside. He thought, "Why don't I give flowers to those who give me money? They might appreciate my gesture and be more willing to help me." With this new idea, he began to pick wildflowers every morning. When he sat to beg, he confidently offered flowers to anyone who gave him money. Passengers started feeling happier when they received flowers from him. People began noticing the change in him, not just in the way he asked for money, but also in how he offered something beautiful in return. As time went on, his life began to take a more positive turn. Moreover, he realized that many people were not just giving him money for the flowers, but because they sensed his kindness. The amount he received began to grow. Gradually, he saved enough to buy flowers from nearby shops, and he began to open a small flower shop next to where he sat. 6 months after the encounter with the woman, he had completely transformed. He had become a reputable florist at the subway station, with a vibrant display of flowers attracting the attention of many. He worked tirelessly and learned the value of giving. He had become successful in his small business. One morning, while arranging fresh blossoms, he suddenly spotted a familiar figure. It was the woman who had once changed his life. She walked into the subway station, her eyes bright with recognition as she saw him. She approached him with a beaming smile. "Sir," she exclaimed, "I can't believe it. Is this where you opened your flower shop?" He smiled, unable to hide his pride. "Yes, I've become a florist. Thank you for the advice you gave me before. It changed my outlook on life." She gazed at the vibrant flowers blooming in his shop. "They are beautiful. You've really accomplished something wonderful," she said, her eyes filled with admiration. "It's all thanks to the inspiration you provided," he replied. "I used to be a beggar, but now I understand that giving is just as important as receiving. I've learned how to bring joy to others." The woman felt joy seeing the transformation in him. "I still remember our first meeting," she said. "I once thought I couldn't help you change, but now, seeing you succeed like this makes me so happy. Thanks to you, I started thinking differently. I no longer live just for myself, but also for those around me. Perhaps happiness doesn't just come from receiving, but also from what we give," he shared. After a while of chatting, the woman decided to buy a beautiful bouquet from him. "I would like to buy flowers from you to give to my mother," she said. "She always loved flowers." He happily prepared the most vibrant bouquet with rich red roses and fresh daisies. "You won't just bring joy to your mother, but also continue the goodness you've brought into my life," he said earnestly. From that day forward, the woman became a regular customer at his flower shop. Every week, she would come by to purchase flowers. They developed a friendship, often chatting about life, dreams, and success. She not only supported him by buying flowers, but also introduced him to her friends, which helped him attract even more customers. Thank you for watching video. Don't forget to subscribe to channel for more videos.